Tron, you got any thoughts on, man, on how what's some of the things that we can do to help make sure that this next generation of men understand what it means to be a man?
Man, you got to keep them up underneath your wing. You got to keep them up underneath the right people. You can't just be working and not play with your kids. A lot of cats go to work. The kids don't get to see them. You know, they wake up, go to school, daddy off, or mommy off, whatever. You got a lot of latchkey kids right now.
Right.
And a lot of people think the church is going to bring them up. They send them to church, they do this, they do that. It still takes a village, but that ain't it. You know what I mean? You got to see your parents interact with each other. Stop having all these arguments at home. All these other little situations.
Yes, sir. Be good, man. Have a good holiday.
Kids just need a lot of love.
No, for sure, for sure.
I think respect is missing too, man.
From the adult to the children.
From the children. They're not being taught respect.
All
That's
right, man.
no man, being a man.
Stay for
How you doing, sir?
Appreciate you.
That's missing.
That's Patrick. Hey, Patrick.
I don't know what
Yeah, do the
pastor or
next
business is without no
I don't know, Pastor.
that comes in the house and they don't know how to use
last night.
They don't know how to say thank you. They don't know how to say, sir, can you please, all that's missing. I can count on one hand. I mean, you don't need a haircut that say, Mr. Anthony. Or yes, sir, or you know what I'm saying? Or very minimal. That's missing. It's something that's not being taught.
So even know to speak when you come in the room.
Take your hat off.
Don't even know to speak when you come in the room. When you come in the room, you're supposed to speak.
Right.
You don't understand that.
You all right, man. All right, T.
Have a good one.
So you mentioned the church, Tron, letting a lot of people letting the church raise their kids. And I've been talking to people, as I mentioned to some of you guys. I go around to different places talking and having conversations, different conferences, schools, or what have you. And that's come up before. And a lot of people have different perspectives and different views, and not all positive, not all negative, but not all positive. Some folks feels like the church isn't doing its part. Some folks feel like that's an amazing resource and we need more of it. So I'd be interested to hear you guys' perspectives, so that as I'm traveling around and I'm going to these different conferences and I'm having these conversations, to be able to better position it or offer a more holistic perspective to share with folks as to the role that the church is playing compared to the role that the church should be playing.
Well, I can tell you why it's not working.
So you're saying it's not working?
Yeah, it's because when people look at people in church, they look at them, or they expect their lives to be okay, you know what I'm saying? No problem, none of that.
You think so?
I'm telling you. Because when you have a problem, where do you go? You go to church. But if you see church people walking around with frowns on their face, always talking about they ain't got this, they ain't got that, people start losing, well, why am I going to church? Why would I go to church? She been going to church all her life. Look at her. She ain't happy. She don't never smile. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. But think about what I'm saying. You laughing, but real talk.
No, I know, but it's funny though. No, but you're right. No,
so that's why it's not working. If people, you know, would just, I guess, not even put on a facade, just smile. People don't even smile more. So if you're not smiling, why I'm going to church? I'm already down. I'm not trying to be down earth.
That's a good point. What you got, Sean? My man? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. What's your name?
I'm Dex.
Dex. I remember you.
Yeah. When I think about the black church, and I think about historically.
So you're making a distinction from the white church.
Oh yeah.
Or the other, not even just other churches.
Other church. I can distinctly talk about both of them. Let's talk about the black church first, and let's talk about our community. Historically, what the black church was to our community.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the black church was a place where a black man can go to feel like a man. I think that was our place of restoration. That was our place of refuge, where we can go and we can be around each other. And we walked in with our suits and our shoes shine, and we walked in clean. And a lot of it was a military background when, you know, a lot of the brothers walked in. But when brothers walked in the church, you know, they can go and just digress. You know what I'm saying? And just talk and just let their hair down in the church and be comfortable around us. Because we had to get away from what we was dealing with in society. And so we needed to be around us to rebuild one another as men. You know, and so, and then ministry back in the day was beyond four walls. Now, ministry Ministry is about the congregation that's in the church and people that are not stakeholders in the community that are going to the church. So people are driving way across town to go to a church, you know what I'm saying, that's not even in their community. So they don't have an obligation to the community that they're in. And so, but you got a pastor who's pastoring this church that's speaking about the community that surrounds them. If you see drugs, if you see gangs, they're talking about it, but they're not doing nothing about it. So why would you ride down the street and tell a young man to put his pants up and you don't have a relationship with him? You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going beyond their four walls to go out into the community to do true ministry.